I think this video is going to be a little bit of a longer one. In this video, I'm going to break down how to create an awesome looking student dashboard page with LifterLMS, Elementor, the LifterLMS Elementor integration, and dynamic visibility for Elementor. So first off, I'll show you what the student dashboard looks like right now. This is just the Lifter dashboard out of the box here with everything there. And what I'm going to want to do first is I'll show you the plugins you'll need again. So head to plugins. To start out, we'll use these 5 plugins. We'll need Elementor, Elementor Pro, Lifter, Tangible Lifter integration, and dynamic visibility for Elementor. This is going to let us, the dynamic visibility for Elementor lets us display some things to users who are logged in and some things to users who are logged out. So that's a pretty neat feature to utilize with the dashboard. So let's get started. What I'll do first is head to the dashboard page, and we'll kind of break down what we're looking at. So I'm going to edit with Elementor. I like to open things in a new tab. That way I can kind of flip back and forth and see my changes pretty easily. So as you can see, this is kind of one module. This will display this dashboard when logged in, but when logged out, I'll show you what it looks like. It will display a login form for us. And I do want to keep the login form, for my dashboard because that serves a very nice function with like the lost password and whatnot. So I do want to leave it there, but we have the, but we don't want to display it to users who are logged in. So what I'll do is I'll head to section, and with dynamic visibility for Elementor, I have this option to do visibility, and I can say I want this to only display to visitors. So users who are logged in are not going to see this. So if I reload, it'll be gone. And I don't have anything on my dashboard, but if I'm logged out, I still see the login screen here. So that's good to go. And now what we can do is just kind of add another section and display this section to users who are logged in. So I'll head to visibility on my new section, user and role. I'll just do admin and student right now, but you'll want to go through and select every one of these, every one of these user roles here. So now anything I put in this area will be displayed to users who are logged in, but not users who are logged out. Let's see if it works. So I'm logged in and I see it, but if I'm logged out, I don't see it. So that's a really neat trick to be able to utilize with the student dashboard, and we'll be kind of expanding upon that. So to start out, I kind of want to style this up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll head to my section, I'll style it up, I'll put in an image. And this is kind of a default thing I like to do, is put a background image because it looks pretty good. So I'll just say size I'd like it to cover, and then maybe position center might be pretty good, or default was fine. So now what I'll do is I'll head to my column settings by clicking on this gray icon, and I can head to advanced. And what I'll do is I'll put a 70 pixel margin all around here, and then padding I'll put about 15. And we can see I'll add a background color here. Maybe I'll do white, and about 50% or so is good for me. But now what we can see is what I just did there with this padding. The 70% is going to control how the white box, how far it is on the screen. And then the padding is going to display how far the edge of the content is from the sign. So I'll go ahead and leave that at 15. And then I'll update. This is a little deceiving looking at it like this because we're not actually seeing this on the logged in screen since it's hidden, but on the login page we can see what it looks like, and it makes it look a little cleaner and look a little better. So that's just one kind of thing I like to do with my dashboard pages there. And I'll copy the formatting for users who are logged in. So what I'll want to do is head to my section, and I'll just copy the same thing I just did, where I added a background image, I added that image, and then I set size cover, and then I headed to my column, and I headed to style, added a background color, went to white, but then I wanted it to be about 50% or so there. And then what I did next was head to advanced. I added a 70 margin there, and then about a 15 on the padding. So then I'll update, and let's check out what our dashboard looks like once this update goes through. So as we can see, as a logged out user, this is what I'll see. And now as a logged in user, this is what I'll see. And from here, I can go and start customizing. So let's just change this to say student dashboard. And then, I'll center align it, make the font black, change to, Tahoma. And this is all, personal preference kind of styling options there. And what do I want to do next? What I'll do next is add in the courses. So we want to display the courses that users are going to see. So let's go grab the user courses from LifterLMS and drag it in here. And that looks pretty good. So what I'll also do is add a logout link. So this is kind of a neat one. A lot of people like to have like a sign in, sign out link. And what I'll do is add a button real quick. We'll want to say for my text, log out. And my link here is going to be the sign out link. I'll want it to be the same sign out link. So for the moment, I'm going to turn my visibility off so I can go get the sign out link. I'm going to copy the link and then I'll turn it back off. So if I reload, I'm going to have my dashboard. I'm going to copy the link address for my sign out. And then I'm going to head back to Elementor. And that's going to be my link for my button here. And then I'll update. And then now I can actually go ahead and hide it again since I had what I needed. So I'll go ahead and hide it, and it does save. So that's good. So yeah, let's update this and see what happens when I reload the page here. So we have the student dashboard, and I now have my logout button. That's just going to go ahead and sign me out of the website and send me back to the login form where I can go ahead and log in. A nice UI kind of design here. So I'll just quickly head in here and style up my button. We'll just say, I don't know, text color white, background color can be that color, and then we'll flip it on the hover. This makes it, I kind of like the look of, how it flips like that. But you can style it up however you'd like. Let's do 100 there, and then we can say our typography maybe is 20, and add the Tahoma font there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and center align this, but you can style it up however you'd like. And great, so we have a nice login, logout functionality going on. And the next functionality I'll add will be the, let's add the pop-up. So one thing I like to do with the dashboard is add like a pop-up for your achievements and certificates. So you can actually click a button and it'll pop up on the screen, hey, here are your achievements. So let's go ahead and do that. What I want to do first is I'll want to go create the pop-up, like what's going to pop up on screen when someone clicks the button. So to do that, I'll head back over here. I'll just open a new tab in my WP admin, and we can head to templates. I'd like to add new template, and I'd like to add a pop-up, and we'll call this achievements pop-up, and create my template. When we first load this in, we have all these options for templates. If you want to use any of these, you can, but I'm just going to start from scratch. And then I'll just do my pop-up settings, and this is entirely up to your preference, how you want this pop-up to look. But for this tutorial, I'll just go ahead and add a section. I'll head to Style. I'd like to add an image to make it look nice in the background. I'll just add this one I have loaded up. And I'll want to say Size Cover. And that's pretty good. So now I'll head to Heading. Just throw in a heading real quick and say, Your Achievements. And then I'll style it up. Just say 30, maybe 40, and then and I'll just go ahead and center align that. But then what I'll also want to do is grab the lifter element for achievements. And if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, we should be able to find this. We have my achievements, user achievements right there. So now I'll drag this in, and this will display my user achievements. And then if you want, you can add a spacer and whatnot here to kind of clean up the look, and however you'd like to format your pop-up. I'll just put 30 on the top and 30 on the bottom. There we go. So that's looking pretty good to me. We'll add one last step to this, and that will be the button. We're going to have a close button. You can, if you just want to leave it with the X, or they can click outside to close, but I just like to have a very nicely designed user interface with buttons to take you everywhere you need to go. So we'll say back to dashboard. and then that's going to be my button. Our link, we're going to head to Dynamic, and we're going to say Popup. This is going to give us an option to say, I want to close the pop-up when someone clicks that button. And then I'll just style it up real quick like I did with the other button I had there on my dashboard. I believe I did, I believe it was font size 20, and then I did a hover where I turned the text that color, and my background was this color. So that way it kind of does that thing. And I would also like to have a border radius of 100. There we go. So that's looking pretty good. So now I'll go ahead and publish. And the display conditions let us kind of choose when the pop-up's going to be displayed, but we don't really need to use display conditions for this since we're going to be using a button. So we'll just click next, next, save and close. We don't need any of that right now. So now I'll head in here and I'll reload my Elementor on the student dashboard. Sometimes, you know, if you have multiple Elementors open, you'll need Elementor pages. You'll want to reload to get the latest version there. So cool. So what I'll do is I'll just duplicate my button since I've already styled this one how I like it. And I'll just change the text to say View Achievements. And we're going to change the link. We don't want to log out when they click that. Instead, we'll click on Dynamic here. And then we'll click on Popup. And then we'll say Open Popup. Which pop-up do you want to open? Achievements. There we go. And then I'll click on Update. And we can view the student dashboard. Cool. So now when I click on this button, it's going to pop up my achievements. And then when I click back to dashboard, it's going to take me back here. Last thing I want to do on my custom student dashboard page is add in those items I had at the top of the LifterLMS student dashboard. You can see this is the section we have hidden only for visitors, and I have some tabs up here at the top, and I also want to display them to students. You may opt to leave this off, but I kind of want to provide the edit account and order history items, so I'm going to put this dashboard here at the top. So how I can do that is I'll add the user dashboard module. I'll add it onto my, my one that is visible to students. I'll say I want the user dashboard to go right here, and then I'll update, and we can see what it looks like. Cool. So we can see I have my items I wanted at the top here, but there's a problem, and that is that I have all this stuff that I was trying to get rid of up here now. So now what we'll want to do is snip off this My Memberships, My Certificates, My Achievements, and My Courses area, because I've already built that out with my own custom method. So how we can do that is we can add the LifterLMS Customizations plugin. I do have another tutorial on how to do this. It's called Remove LifterLMS Dashboard Sections, where I go into depth on how to do this step by step. But here what I'll want to do is head to the docs, how do I add custom code to LifterLMS, and I'm going to want to download the Customizations plugin. And I'll link to that other YouTube video if you want to check that out as well as this documentation for you. So then I'll head to plugins on my website. I want to add a new plugin and upload. Let me upload the Lifter Customizations plugin and add new. All right, there we go. Activate the plugin and cool. So now I have the LifterLMS Customizations plugin activated, and I want to head to the plugin editor. And then at the top here, I want to select which plugin do I want to edit. I want to edit the LifterLMS Customizations plugin, and so Thomas has made this real nice where we have this area to add in some custom functions. And I have my custom code laid out right here. I'll add this in the description of this YouTube video. But pretty much what this does is it will remove LifterLMS actions. It wants to remove the student dashboard My Courses area, My Achievements, My Certificates, and My Memberships. In my other video on how to do this, I go into more detail on why you may want to remove each one of these. But yeah, so now we have this custom code that removes all 4 of those sections. And if I update my file, cool. Now, if I reload in the student dashboard, it should remove those sections. Awesome. So now it removed all those sections I didn't want, but it left these tabs at the top so I can still edit my account and view my order history. So that's pretty cool. And I can leave that on my student dashboard. So that's how I customize student dashboards on websites I work with. But you can kind of go in any direction with this. And yeah, that about wraps it up. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or something you want to see in the future down in the comment section on this video. This has been Will Middleton from WP Course Guide. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.